Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing? Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of new indie makeup releases, and I'm just super excited about it because there's just been a lot of interesting things, brands, palettes that are catching my attention. So I know that a bunch of the things I'm talking about today I'm super tempted by, but I'll be curious to hear what y'all's opinions are on all of these releases. If you are new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Amy and I do a lot of content specifically around independently owned makeup brands like this series, which is actually inspired by Aniela Kanikvis and Samantha March. I just have like my slight little twist on it, which is that I try to focus on small brands and independently owned brands the most. So if you want to see more content like that, don't forget to subscribe. But for now, let's just go ahead and jump on in. Okay, so the first release we'll start off with is from Kaleidos, and this is their new Apple collection, which is available now. And when I first saw this picture, I was super excited about it just because it looked so beautiful. Like there's a fan, there's a bunch of different lipsticks, and I thought that there was going to be an eyeshadow palette, and I just thought the color story of the image, if that followed along with the palette, that it would be absolutely beautiful. But unfortunately there is no palette with this collection. It is just lippy strictly. So I believe that there are two different sets of their, gosh, it's like a soft matte lip cream type of formula. There's a lighter set which is called Mercy, which has kind of like some nudes, some mid-tones, and then there's a darker set called Trophy, which has some really nice kind of like vampy lips, and they look really, really pretty. I feel silly because I have the Kaleidos, the one collection that they came out with like all the snakes and stuff, and I don't know what it was. It was just like bad timing when I received it, and I keep meaning to film a video on it and I haven't. So I haven't even tried this lip formula yet, so I don't even know how I feel about it because I have some that I haven't used yet. So I think I really need to try those and test them out before I decide if I'm going to purchase any of these. I am like really interested in the shade Scorpion Fruit because I don't own a good black liquid lipstick anymore, and then I really like the shade Bear and Mercury Wave, and I believe that these are all available individually as well and not just in sets, and if you buy 4 I think you get a better price. So I am intrigued but not ready to purchase right now. Next we have a little sneak peek from Adept Cosmetics with their new Amulet No palette. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. They said that they kind of just came up with the name out of nowhere. It doesn't really mean anything, but it has like this really stunning satin red packaging that I feel like definitely caught my eye. And then we've got a few different swatches here, and they look like some really cute, kind of more like on the neutral side with like different like shifts going on. Like the shade that looks really green, it was kind of just like the way it was caught in the light, because this was a screenshot I took from one of their videos, and it looked more like light silvery, and then it just had like a flip of green. So I feel like something about like those swatches and the red packaging, I'm like, I feel like if they did like just a super sparkly, like interesting but still kind of neutral palette, I'm feeling the vibes. So I'm definitely very excited about that release. No idea when it's coming or anything, but has my attention. And then next we have some new shadows from Terra Cosmetics. So this is their new fall collection, and I just grabbed this picture here from Bad to the Brows Instagram stories because she was the first person I saw who posted like all of the shadows together. So just credit to her, and I'm sure she'll be doing a video soon and everything. But it looks like a really beautiful selection of like some different like bronzy shades, and then lots of blues and greens, and just like so many sparkles. You guys know I'm obsessed with Terra Moon shadows, so I feel like, I mean, I'd want to buy them just from seeing this picture, but they are going to be sending them to me, and I should be able to have a video up before they launch, so just stay tuned for that. But they look really, really pretty. I'm very excited about it. And then something else that I'm like, I think I'm gonna break down and purchase. This is the new Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palette. So I have been intrigued by them for a while. They had an original palette, which now I can't even remember the name off the top of my head, but I heard so many people talk about it and say that it was a really great formula and just like a really great staple rainbow palette. And like I thought about buying it multiple times, but then I kept talking myself out of it, or whenever I was like, maybe I'll buy it, it was sold out. So now that they're coming out with a new palette, I'm like, maybe this is my chance to try the brand, and I really like the way this palette looks. So it's like a rainbow palette, but in different sections. Like there's like a top row of like pastel muted shades. There's like a mid-tone deeper row, and then there's like a super deep row of each shade. There's a row of metallics of each shade, and then there's a row of neons of each shade. So I kind of really like the way, like, it just looks super aesthetically pleasing. It looks like it was just put together really well, and I'm just curious to try the formula. So definitely let me know if you guys are interested to hear my thoughts on that palette, but I'm like 80% sure that I'm gonna buy it at this point. And then next we have a new collection from Betchy Beauty, and I keep getting tagged every single time they like have anything new, like so many tags, and I feel like there's just more hype and more hype coming and coming, and I'm just so curious to try their eyeshadows. So this new collection is called the Aurora Chameleons, but they have so many beautiful collections. Like every collection they release looks beautiful. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed, like I don't even know where to start, but it's kind of been on like the back of my head as a to-do list, like something I need to do is put together a list of Betchy Beauty eyeshadows to try and do a video on and a review, just because like I want to see if the hype is real and just try them for myself. So I don't know, maybe I'll start with this collection. I mean, it does look really beautiful. So yeah, again, very, very tempted. Maybe even if I just pick up like 4 just to get like a little taste of their shadows, but I want to try them. And then next we have a new collection from Odins Eye. This is called the Legendary Diversa collection, and it's going to be 3 different eyeshadow palettes with 3 different collaborators. And right now we have seen them just all kind of blurred. I feel kind of silly giving my opinion on this because I may have already seen them in their full beauty, but I'm just, oh, they're so, so pretty. The palette on the right, I mean, you can kind of see has like a mixture of like, it looks like some purple, like a little green, like that one just calling to me like nothing else. So I'm definitely excited about this collection, very curious to try it, very excited for all the collaborators. So yeah, I mean, I'm about it. I can't wait for the full reveal. All right, so let's see. Next, we have a new eyeshadow palette from Geek, and I believe I really took a screenshot of this and cut off the name. I believe it's their new fall eyeshadow palette, and it kind of has some mixture of like some warm tones. There's like a little bit of plumminess, some gold, and I will admit that yes, it does look like such a beautiful fall color story, but at the same time it kind of looks like it's been done before. It doesn't, like, I wish that there was just something maybe a little bit different about it. I don't know. It's pretty, but not enough for me to want to go out and buy it. I'm not sure if it's all new shades put in the palette or if it was just the palette is all existing shades, because I think that that's important information as well. That's going to be a pass, even though I do think it looks cute. I saw some tutorials with it that, again, I thought looked nice, but it wasn't enough to make me want to buy it. But I will say, I'll just throw it in right here while we're talking about Makeup Geek. They actually did reach out to me and offered me an affiliate code. So, I mean, it was kind of crazy to me because Makeup Geek was genuinely the first indie brand that I ever purchased from, and I just remember saving babysitting money to afford their shadows and whatever. But anyways, I have a code with them now, so if you ever want to save a little bit of money, you can use my code AmyLoves on Makeup Geek. Feels very weird to be able to say that, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know really quickly. And then, ooh, this is so beautiful. I can't even handle it. This is the new Midas Cosmetics and Cole MUA Served Soft palette. So I'll throw the picture on screen right now. It's like a really beautiful neutral palette, but I'm telling you, this picture doesn't even do it justice because I received it in the mail today and it is so beautiful in person. The shimmers look so intense. Like, it just looks so rich. I'm very, very excited about this one. So I believe that this is launching in a few days, and I'm gonna try and have a video up on the palette on launch day, or like hopefully that morning or something before it goes live, in case you guys want to hear my thoughts on it, because I'm gonna try it out. Hopefully it's up to the normal Midas Cosmetics standards. I wouldn't expect anything else, but gonna do the video, swatches, the look and everything anyways. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about this one. When I just pulled it out of the package, I was just kind of blown away. I was like, wow, that is like the prettiest warm neutral palette I've seen in a hot minute. And then let's see. Okay, next we have there's a new eyeshadow palette from Sugarpill. This is the Fun Size 2 palette, and I got a bunch of tags in this, and I was kind of just like, nah, like it just didn't speak to me. I think part of it is that I have the original Fun Size palette, and I thought the quality was just okay. I mean, looking at this, like there's a little bit of grungy, there's a little bit of pastel, but overall, I don't know why this just did not speak to me at all. Like I was just kind of like, oh, like they're doing that? Okay. I don't know. I would be curious to hear if anyone else kind of had the same opinion. I just wasn't blown away by it. Next, I saved this just to mention because I don't think I've heard anyone talk about this, but it caught my attention on Instagram. This is the Endangered Cosmetics Sea Turtles palette, and I just thought it was really, really cute. It's got turtles on the front, and it's kind of like a mixture of some brown, some blue, some green. I thought it was a cute color story. Again, it was kind of the same old thing that I get all the time, basically, which is just like, oh, it's pretty, but not enough for me to buy it. But I still was like, oh yeah, that's cute. And especially if someone likes turtles, I'd be really curious. I don't know anything about the brand. I've never tried anything from them or anything like that before. I've never heard anyone else talk about them. So I would be curious to like look into them and see if maybe if they're donating some to endangered species, just because they're endangered cosmetics and whatnot. Like I think that would make sense and it would be a cute idea. So there's also two eyeshadow palettes I want to mention from Sydney Grace that I keep meaning to mention, but I keep forgetting about, and I just thought I would go ahead and throw them in even though they launched a little while ago. So during the, I want to say Christmas in July sale that Sydney Grace does, they launched these two new palettes. So this first one here is the Sweet Indulgence palette, and it's really cute. It's kind of like a mauve-y, caramelly matte color story, and then there's like some different pops of color shimmers. I guess I love Sydney Grace's formula so much that I want to buy it still, even though it's not like, oh, like it's not like screaming to me, but I know that like I would still probably love the formula. So that like caught my attention, but I kind of just wanted to wait for that until the other palette that they came out with comes back in stock and just grab them both at the same time. So that is going to be their new Coffee Talk palette. I think this is super, super cute. It's just like a very, very neutral brown palette, and I don't know why, it just really, really caught my attention, and I think the packaging is super cute as well. So they came out with a light and a deep version for this palette, and I feel like overall, I mean, I would probably just get the light one. That looks like it would make a little more sense for me. The shades don't look that different, but the crema shade, I really, really like the one in the light version. So yeah, definitely interested in that palette. I've just been waiting for it to restock and then I will grab it. The last indie release I have to talk about is a new palette from Natasha Denona, and this is the Retro palette. When I saw this, again, I was just like, oh yeah, that's really cute. I really like the color story. It's kind of like those pinky plummy tones. I'm still mildly interested in it, but I don't know if it's enough to go out and purchase it. Like maybe, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of silly. Like if I had like a Sephora gift card, then I would probably spend it on this, but just like not enough for me to go and get it for myself. Does that even make sense? I think it's cute, but I don't know. I can be so wishy-washy with which tones I'm like obsessed with, and at the moment it's still just all about the grays, but the like plummy shades in here, like I feel like would look really good, like bring out my green eyes. So I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I like it, but I'm just not gonna think about it. And then last but not least, I just wanted to throw in one mainstream release just to get y'all's opinion, because I want to say I just saw one person comment this idea for a video, and I figured I would just ask and see if more of y'all would like to see it, and if so, then I will do it. But this is the new Urban Decay Naked Cyber palette, I think is what it's called, and it's kind of just like a little bit of like, oh gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of warm mattes, and it's all pretty soft, but then all the shimmers are like different duochromes, and it's just like this like really like kind of light, airy, like kind of vibe. I don't even know how to describe it exactly, but seeing it all together in the palette doesn't really call to me per se. Like I couldn't see myself purchasing this one. I thought it was at least a little something different for Urban Decay to do in their Naked series, a little bit more creative, but basically the comment that I got was asking me to dupe the vibes of this with indie singles. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely let me know. And I feel like looking at the swatches, I do have some indie shadows that would be similar. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. We'll throw in one more mainstream release. Even though I didn't pick this up, it caught my attention as well. This is the Zodiac Colourpop collection, and I just love a good Zodiac inspired makeup item. So I was definitely intrigued by this. And honestly, so many of these quads look beautiful, but the one with the greens, is that not like such a me palette? And it's the Taurus. I was definitely tempted to grab that one, but I talked myself out of it. I don't need it. I don't need a little quad, but it does look really cute. All right, so those are all the new indie makeup releases I wanted to talk about today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.